he's ever seen in his life has been me, Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man.
Kind of, in the most respectful way, like make him regret, coming out of retirement, to face me.
The boxing world is buzzing after reports emerged about Manny Pacquiao's sparring session ahead of his fight with Mario Barrios. His sparring partner confirmed the training took place but declined to reveal any details. When asked if he had knocked Pacquiao out, he simply laughed and gave no answer. The cryptic response has fueled speculation about Pacquiao's condition and whether the legendary fighter is truly ready for his highly anticipated return.
So now you're a big deal. And didn't you spar Manny Pacquiao around that time?
Yeah.
How's Manny Pacquiao in the ring?
Oh man, we worked so much. We worked so much together. Freddie Roach, I can quote him. He said that the best fights, sparring he's ever seen in his life has been me, Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means. I have amnesia.
Okay.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia has expressed serious concerns about Manny Pacquiao's comeback, stressing that at 46, the odds are firmly against him. Garcia called the decision to return to the ring unwise, pointing to the punishing nature of modern boxing and the high risks involved for an aging fighter. While he acknowledged Pacquiao's legendary accomplishments, Garcia noted that time is undefeated. The physical gap between Pacquiao and today's younger, elite boxers is significant, he said. Reflexes, speed, and stamina, once Pacquiao's greatest assets, have inevitably declined with age. In high-level bouts, such diminished attributes could be the difference between winning and suffering serious damage. Garcia's verdict: this comeback may be more dangerous than inspiring.
And lastly, Robert, do you think Pacquiao wins this fight?
Man, look, Pacquiao's a legend. He's a legend. He's everybody, myself, Mexicans, people love him because he's just such a great person. He helps a lot. Everything he does is to help people out, and I know of so many stories of people that he's helped, that he's done in his country. So you can't help not like him, not wish him well. But at 36, it's too hard.
46, yeah.
Oh, my bad. 46, yeah. He's 4 years younger than me, man. I don't see myself even able to, box for 12 rounds against a young fighter, even though Barrios might be the lighter of the welterweight division.
Right.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man. But it's been done before, man. Foreman done it. Hopkins did it. That Leonard came back, also and did after a long retirement. So is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. Was he one of the best fighters of all times? Yeah. So we could see him pull it off, man. But I really don't. I don't see it happening.
Sports analysts have expressed caution in fully endorsing Manny Pacquiao's comeback, not out of doubt for his legendary career, but due to the reality of his current situation. Still, they recognize that this return isn't impulsive. At this stage, stepping back into the ring shows Pacquiao's unwavering self-belief and relentless drive. Analysts agree that he wouldn't risk his legacy unless he genuinely felt capable of competing at the highest level. While few are willing to make bold predictions, many admit that Pacquiao's heart and fighting spirit could still tip the scales. If his conditioning holds up and his timing returns during the bout, they believe a surprising victory isn't out of the question.
Everyone's going to be paying attention. I know I have been these last couple of weeks. Watching all these old fights, looking at interviews, watching him train. It just makes you think, like, does he have one more in him? I don't know. He thinks so, and we're going to watch him try at least.
Against Mario Barrios, he's going to be looking for the WBC World Tour World titles.
Yeah. Barrios is a world champion in a welterweight division that is about as weak as I've ever seen it. I think probably people older than me won't ever remember. This might be the weakest welterweight division in history, especially with the removal of Ennis, who's likely seen his last fight at welterweight. I do believe that there are guys coming up in the pipeline that are pretty good welterweights, but they're not at the championship, or they're not getting the championship shot quite yet. But if there's a moment in time where an older fighter can jump in and maybe steal a moment or steal a belt and win a championship and do something special, it's probably right now. It's Mario Barrios losing the welterweight title isn't exactly Michael Moore losing the heavyweight title to George Foreman, when Moore had just beaten Evander Holyfield. It was a shock when Foreman beat him, but nonetheless, it's still an accomplishment. And I think Barrios sucks. So I think I think
Mario Barrios hasn't held back when speaking about his upcoming fight with Manny Pacquiao. Confident and focused, Barrios declared that Pacquiao's decision to come out of retirement is a mistake he'll soon regret. The young contender has been closely analyzing recent training footage of Pacquiao, tailoring his strategy to exploit what he sees as a clear decline in the legend's speed and conditioning. Barrios emphasized that age is more than just a number, it's a serious factor at the elite level. While he respects Pacquiao's legacy, he believes the fighter he'll face is far from the dominant force of the past. Barrios sees this bout as the perfect chance to elevate his own career by convincingly defeating one of boxing's all-time greats.
To get in this camp.
So yeah, then I guess I'll put it this way: I don't think based on that, then you should be surprised with anything Manny does, or is it we'll see with the first punch how that mimics the sparring?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of the best play, right? Because again, we have been trying to mimic or trying to get the looks that Manny brings as best as we can. But still, everything it's gonna come down to fight night. I'm still preparing for the best version of Manny that I can. I'm not going in there expecting to be facing an old man, so yeah, I'm expecting it to be fast and to be moving. So yeah, I'm just expecting the best from him.
I would think because you're younger, that the later the fight goes, the more it's in your favor, right? Do you guys feel that?
I feel that. I have confidence. In the more. The longer the fight goes, right? It's my job to go in there and yeah, make him feel like the old man. Make him feel kind of in the most respectful way, make him regret coming out of retirement to face me. Make him question, right? Why did I come back for this?
Multiple analysts, including a notably vocal panel of 11 experts, have raised concerns about Manny Pacquiao's physical condition ahead of his return. They point to his most recent fight, which ended without a decisive performance, highlighting the absence of the sharpness and footwork that once defined him. The consensus is that this comeback carries serious risks, especially given Mario Barrios' youth, power, and stamina. Many believe that if Pacquiao struggles to keep pace or absorb punches like he once did, a knockout isn't just possible, it's likely. While some admire his courage and competitive spirit, most agree that facing a younger, active opponent at 46 is a bold but potentially dangerous move that could tarnish his legacy.
So Manny Pacquiao's gonna get knocked out by Mario Barrios. And I get it, Mario Barrios is far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year and he arguably lost to a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. This dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. At least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, around him? Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time, no questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali. Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on how y'all feel about this fight.
Coach Joel Diaz shared his thoughts on the matchup with a balance of respect and realism. He praised Pacquiao's legendary career and achievements, but emphasized that age is an undeniable factor. Diaz noted that Mario Barrios holds a natural edge due to his youth, energy, and quicker recovery. While Pacquiao was once known for his speed and angles, Diaz believes those attributes inevitably fade with time, making this fight especially challenging.
Yeah. Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger, he's big, he's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. You know, Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably same size as Margarito.
So like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. I mean, in my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
One of the biggest concerns surrounding Manny Pacquiao's return is his age and extended time away from the ring. Years of inactivity pose major challenges, both physically and mentally, in adjusting to elite-level competition. It's not just stamina and muscle memory at stake. Adapting to the evolving styles of younger fighters is equally demanding. In a sport where timing and rhythm are critical, even a slight delay in reaction can be costly. While Pacquiao's legacy is undisputed, critics warn that past greatness alone can't turn back the effects of time or guarantee success now.
I think people are forgetting Pacquiao has a championship fight this weekend against Mario Barrios. And I don't know what to really think about this one. So, I took a screenshot of this and circled it. Pacquiao's 46 years old. See status inactive. And I don't know. I don't know how, one, they gave this guy a license to have this fight. I get Manny Pacquiao, who he used to be, and how truly good he really was. Not that guy anymore. Going against a guy who's young and Mario Barrios, talented. And then if you look at Pacquiao's resume going into this fight. So obviously you have his loss in 2015 to Mayweather. I'll just go up. I mean, look, he beat Bronner in 2019. That win didn't age too well, but it's a very good win. Beats Keith Thurman, who beat Barrios. And he loses to Ugas in UD, who, by the way, gets cooked by Barrios 2 years later. Pacquiao, at this point, will have had a 4-year layoff going into this fight. Or a 3-year, 11-month layoff, if you look at that. Going into a championship fight against a guy who's young and decently talented. Is it a winnable fight? Yes, it is. Manny Pacquiao's 46 years old. He's an old man. I doubt he will get the job done. Don't be surprised if he does, though. Don't be surprised. I hope he does. I mean, a lot of people doesn't like Manny Pacquiao. But we'll see. But what do we think? Should Pacquiao even have a license to be boxing this weekend?
Analyst Sean Zittel believes this fight signals the end of an era. He predicts Mario Barrios will win decisively, leading Manny Pacquiao to officially retire from boxing for good. In Zittel's view, this bout won't just be another loss. It will symbolize a passing of the torch. He respects Pacquiao for accepting such a tough challenge but points out that Barrios' youth, hunger, and active status give him a clear advantage in what could be Manny's final fight.
The jab is what can neutralize Pacquiao. It's what helped Ugas neutralize Manny in between those bursts that you know are coming. So we'll see. My first thought of this fight was Sugar Ray Leonard when he came back against Hector Camacho. I think we get Barrios winning, and I think Manny announces an emotional retirement in the ring in a beautiful moment after the fight. He's one of those guys that needs to lose against an ordinary type of fighter like Barrios to truly know it's over, because without a shadow of a doubt, 10 years ago, he would have handled Barrios with ease. And that's not a diss to Barrios. So you gotta lose to a Joe Smith. You gotta lose to a Mario Barrios. Manny is one of the fighters that won't stop until you make him stop. So Saturday night, I think Mario Barrios finally makes him stop.
There's no denying that Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight is a high-stakes gamble. By stepping back into the ring, he risks more than just a loss. His legacy and long-term health are also on the line. After decades of building one of the most respected careers in boxing, a poor showing now could cast a shadow over his legendary status. Even more concerning is the physical toll such a bout could take. At 46, every punch carries a greater risk than it did during his prime, and experts question whether any payday or title shot is worth that danger. Former opponent and analyst Chris Algieri offered a blunt but thoughtful assessment. He emphasized that for a fighter returning from a long layoff, early round success is critical, especially against a sharp, active opponent like Mario Barrios. According to Algieri, if Pacquiao fails to find his rhythm and establish control in the opening rounds, the fight could quickly spiral out of his reach. He warned that without early momentum or clean, effective punches, Barrios could easily take over and dominate. In Algieri's words, a shaky start could lead to a disastrous ending. He fears this may turn out to be one of the toughest nights Pacquiao has ever faced in the ring.
This is going to be a bad night for Manny. One of the things that I really thought made Manny special, and what I noticed in the ring too, was his first step. It was so damn fast. Fastest hands I ever fought in the ring was Amir Khan. Fastest first step was Manny Pacquiao. His ability to pull the trigger early on, pop that straight left hand right down the middle. If I see him go out there, pop that straight left hand on the heavy-footed Mario Barrios, who bangs him, cracks him with her left hand early, I'm like, hey, we got to fight. If I see him falling out of position, being off balance, getting square, and getting countered early on, I'm gonna know right away this is gonna be a bad night for me.
Despite growing concerns, some boxing analysts remain optimistic. They argue that Manny Pacquiao, as an 8-division world champion, holds a wealth of knowledge and experience that simply can't be taught. While Barrios may be younger, these analysts believe he lacks the ring IQ and adaptability that Pacquiao has honed over decades. Citing Pacquiao's history of defying expectations, they suggest this fight could be yet another remarkable chapter in his legendary career.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win. So you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's a question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
Some voices in the boxing world still believe in Pacquiao's magic. They argue that a fighter of his caliber should never be underestimated. Even at 46, his career has been built on defying the odds. Supporters believe this could be yet another moment of greatness, pointing to his unwavering determination, discipline, and self-belief as traits that have fueled his past triumphs, and could do so again.
Well, I mean, Manny's already, it doesn't matter anything. Manny's already a winner, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's just to step in and to keep challenging himself at his age. I mean, that's he's already won. So it doesn't matter what the outcome is.
July 19th, we've got Manny Pacquiao getting back in the ring at the age of 46 against a young, hungry champion, Mario Barrios.
It doesn't matter, knockout. You know, nothing against the other guy, by the way. Shout out to you, probably have a great future ahead after this fight. But I'm predicting maybe a 7th round knockout. It's gonna be a little brutal. Head's gonna be on the ground, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely betting on it. So we'll see.
I think it's nothing Manny can't handle. I think if Manny fights Manny's fight, I think he beats him. I think he beats him, and I think, and this is where I say it might be shock the world. I think he could unify the title. I really do. I still think he's got the ability at 46 to do something that will shock him. I believe that.
At a certain age, even as great as Ray is, he's not the Ray Leonard who became the world champion, one of the greatest fighters in history. So age takes a toll. I mean, Manny actually walked in when I was working out in the ring, and I said, let me tell you something. Age really has nothing to do with this. And I'm 82, so, I think you train hard, you're working hard, you've got the skills, but, let's be realistic. It's a split-second sport. Right? That's
You nearly hit.
nearly. That's why I said nearly. So you still got it.
Boxing veteran Shane Mosley offered a more hopeful perspective after observing Pacquiao's training camp. He noted Manny's intense focus, strong conditioning, and sharp mindset. According to Mosley, if Pacquiao brings that same energy into the ring on fight night, he has the potential to exceed expectations and deliver a surprisingly strong performance.
Here's what Shane Mosley thinks about Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight.
The way I feel right now, I think he's going to do really, really good. And I think it's a really strong possibility that he wins one title. He gets up every morning, he does his run, he works very hard. I listen to what he's doing and his mentality. Well, I talked to him the other day. I was like, he sounds exactly like me. My mentality, he has my mentality. Like we have the same. We're like walking the same type of thing. You know, he's 46, I'm 53, but it's like we're almost the same. I don't really know Barrios like that, so I can't really speak about it. That's why I'm like hesitant. But see what I see with Manny. Yeah, I think that it's a very strong possibility he wins one time.
Alex Ariza, who previously worked with Manny Pacquiao, offered a more critical viewpoint. He noted that Pacquiao's current training regimen appears largely unchanged from his prime years, which he sees as a potential issue. Ariza stressed that what worked in Manny's 20s won't necessarily be effective in his 40s, as the body no longer responds the same way with age. He warned that relying on familiar routines might not be enough to compete at today's elite level. In Ariza's view, without adapt.
Okay, so a few more days. Pacquiao, Barrios. And of course, I'm here with Alex, who better knows Pacquiao than Alex. How do you see the fight going down?
I think it's a good fight. I think Manny, this is a good opponent. The blueprint's already there. Margarito, only not as big. So Manny just has to do the same thing.
Easier said than done, but you know, of course, I've watched a lot of analysts, experts. They're saying, yes, that's the blueprint. Can he do it at 46?
If I was privy to what he's doing, then I'd be able to say yes or no. But I'm not. Like with my teams, we have a dietitian, we have a chef, we have a recovery doctor. We know where our fighter is, and he's only 21. Manny's 46. So they should be doing checking his blood, finding out what his optimal levels are, what he's probably deficient in, what he's not deficient in, what they have to. So they should be all on top of that.
Can you make a good assumption based on what you see on training and videos if he's in good condition?
I don't see anything. All I see is the same thing, to be honest. I see him doing a lot of shadow boxing. They don't show sparring, so we don't really know.
So you can't really test if his condition.
No, he always looks good before the fight.